Yeah, I mean, obviously, I felt personally that I was very far ahead. I was like almost full build when Rumble had like two, three items. So I mean, losing is of course like really disappointing. Of course, I haven't rewatched the game, but from feeling or like from playing right now, it felt like we just well got like too over eager to start a fight when we could actually just like get the Drake, get the objectives, and like just fight like front to back completely normal. And then we got like called out, and it kind of snowballed into them getting Nash on that one Drake fight. And then after the last Drake fight, I think if I just played better, and I think maybe my Yone also got one shot or something, I think the fight was a free win for us. So we kind of like fumbled twice, which led to them just like ending the game straight up. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's like my biggest regret. I think playing the last personally, I think I could have played the last fight a lot better. And if I did so, we probably wouldn't have lost today. I mean, I think today our early game was really good. I think, for example, like in some of the Drake fights and even like when they were on Herald and stuff, we were like very patient. We already knew if we were gonna fight it or not. Sometimes we didn't really know how, but we at least knew if we were gonna fight it or not. And I think that's like a big step improvement. Also, we had a really good sequence. I remember when they TP'd on bot, didn't we managed to play with them, didn't die. We were getting like mid towers and stuff and still getting the Drake and then so I think in that sense we played pretty well some things today against a team like GX who normally um I think also plays pretty well. Like I don't think the macro is like too bad. So yeah, happy about that. But what matters in the end right now for us is getting the wins. And if we play well sometimes and still end up losing, it's still a total loss for us. But yeah, we just really need to win. I guess our two last remaining games, and then we'll see what happens. Well, I mean, Los Botones is on a four-game win streak. So first of all, I guess they're doing pretty well. It's been a while since we practiced. Like I think when we practiced against them, they were still trying to figure themselves out because it was they were doing things differently than they're doing now, and it was I'm not gonna lie, like kind of used to play against them. They were not putting up much of a challenge, so I am surprised that they are on a four-game win streak. But I guess like the momentum is also carrying them a bit, and I think they are um, drafting the same kind of style and playing the same kind of style to get like the recipe for wins. I think it works for them and is something that probably works very well in Europe. And we have to take them serious. I mean, they're above us and they're a direct competitor to qualify, and so is Shifters, right? They are a team that on a good day seems like they can actually be like really, really strong, like strong laners. But they also seem to have like a really shaky mid game and just throw a lot of games. So I mean, we'll never know really what happens with them. But yeah, I mean, I think for both games, it's do or die for the teams we're playing against and us. So we'll just give it our all. Maybe there will be some chokes. Maybe we will smurf it and clutch it up. Who knows? I mean, in the beginning, I guess he was getting solo killed a lot, and maybe he stepped up quite a bit, or they figured out a way to draft for him. Maybe like not playing against Nar or something. I didn't see all the games, but I definitely see that he was struggling against certain type of champions. Maybe they're trying to avoid that now. But yeah, I mean, his laning phase is probably a bit shaky compared to most LEC top laners, um, at least from what I've seen. But he really steps it up after lane, and I think how they play the game, like around stacking drakes and all this kind of stuff, he facilitates a lot and creates like a lot of space on some of his champs like Kled, or the other day on Poppy. He had some good Poppy ults. So he definitely has like an impact on the game. So I think it will be fun to play against him. I mean, it's hard to say. I definitely think there's no top laners on stage so far that has really impressed me. In scrims, it's like a little bit of a different game. I don't know if it's just like nerfs getting to them, or maybe I just play better on stage, or a bit of both. But I think definitely on stage I'm getting away with quite a lot. I feel like I can play losing matchups and still go even or win them. Um, so yeah, I mean, I feel kind of comfortable against everyone I've played with. Of course, against, of course, I've only played it's B once against every single top laner, so I've only played against them one game. The sample size is quite low. But so far I feel pretty confident. Um, Obviously I'm on a team that is fighting for playoffs. I think it will be a bit weird for me to say that I see myself on the top, but I hope to be there later this year. Yeah, as the best one in Europe. See if the 27-year-old can still make it happen. Oh, I mean, it's so hard. Everyone is like taking games against everyone, right? I'd say for laning, I think like yeah, I mean it's the classics like Kana, Broken Blade, uh, like maybe even like a lot of people are saying like Narco, Rooster. Like I mean these guys are like solid mechanical players. It's hard to say how much they do for the team. I guess like Broken Blade, there's a little bit more evidence that he's been on G2 for a long time, and they always seem to work pretty well. So he must be doing something right? So like I think like Broken Blade, kind of like the stables we have right now, they are probably what or Mervin even. I kind of like forgot for a second, but yeah, probably amongst the top laners still, top laners. I mean, I think we are all uh, mature enough for the game stuff to not impact how um, like our other game relationships are. But obviously the the atmosphere is a bit tense, like when we talk about how we want to improve and like how we want to actually win games, especially well since we're losing. It's when it's not going too well, like we're not gonna be like all like wow smiley and happy, you know. We are gonna like try and get to the bottom of things and trying to work things out. Um, and we are together here in the first place to win, not just to like chill and have fun. So if we are not winning, we are we are gonna try and fix that. Um, and yeah, I mean that requires us to have like discussions and arguments. But I still think as people we can handle and deal with that well in this team, and that will hopefully be a benefit for us moving forward. I mean, we are well right now. It's winter split, right? It's not going too well right now. I guess a goal I would have is making the playoffs. We have 1 week to do that. And after that, we are always gonna have the goal of winning every single game we set our minds up to. Um, for me personally, I mean, I would like to make it back to the international stage, right? So if that means uh, winning a split, or I guess next split coming getting top two, or in the summer split getting top three, which is worlds, right? I mean, all of those would qualify me to an international tournament. That would be like my ultimate goal when it comes to yeah. I mean, and then performing there is like of course a goal in itself and all that. But yeah, I mean that would be where my head is at. But to do so, you have to win or be amongst the best regionally, and I guess that is like the short-term goal right now. If you would say so, yeah. I mean, I think most relevant players I have actually played against most of them. I mean, I've played against Zeus, I've played against Keen. Uh, I don't think I've played against Doran actually, but he has been a player while I have. I mean, he has been like a player for a long time. Also, while I have been like actively competing internationally, so there's no one in like particular that I want to play against. Kind of just whoever seems like the best at the time. Like it would be fun to play. Yeah, I mean against Genji look good. T1 of course as always. There's like a well I have like a long not rivalry but long standing matchups in the past against T1. So yeah, I mean would be something like that probably.